Hi, welcome to episode 11 of Sheep's Nearly Vanilla Experience. Just following on from the previous episode, I thought I'd show you how to get blocks of ingots out, or blocks of metal out of a smeltery. Very straightforward. So as you can see, I now have 4 blocks and 2 ingots worth of night slime. So a little bit more than I wanted, but yeah, that's how it went. I also have a lot of seared stone that I really don't need. But as I said on the previous episode, the bottom fluid is the one that gets poured out. So if we come over to our basin and we right click on the faucet, you can see it just pours a whole bunch of fluids out, and that will gradually solidify once it is full, which you should see any second now. You can see the progress at the top of the bar, and it has this really nice animation. I think this was added around 1.10.2. It used to just be like a set time and was done. But there we go. Another thing that I can now show you that I couldn't really show before, I can't remember if I did, was the diet hoppers that I think it's RW Tema made. I think it's him. Really sorry if it wasn't and it's someone else. But in a vanilla hopper, you can see the hitbox that goes around the hopper, this sort of grey, or not grey, the black wire mesh. It means you wouldn't be able to click anything behind it, but with diet hoppers, it kind of changes the shape of the hopper to just be the same. The hitbox is the same as the actual model. So if I want to click on the smeltery, I can, which you would not be able to do without his mod. Very, very useful. Now, a couple of other things. I have put a ender tank down here, set it to orange, orange, orange. It is actually the one I used for the night slime. I just changed the code, and that way if I ever put lava in something, it goes here first. I have also set it to orange, so it is on output. I haven't tested this yet, so I will do that with you on camera any second now. I just want to get this last one out of here. Other things I've come to learn is you don't actually need a warp stone to use the waypoint thingies. What are these called? Waystones. Yeah, and these orders, they kind of seem to change. I don't know why. And now it's not, really. So I've been setting them all like this, and every now and again, like, it just changes. You also don't have to use the waystone, which is very, very useful. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Oh dear. I don't think there's any way of getting this back out there. Oh well, yeah, if you do this, I can either make another 7 more ingots or just break it and lose it, which kind of sucks, but I wasn't really going to use it for anything else. What I was hoping to do, and I didn't check, is just put a seared sort of block in there instead. And you can see that gets done. If you really can't be bothered to do that, if you just break your controller, and there it is, and put it back in there, you'll see it loses all of its fluids. Obviously you don't lose the lava because the lava is in the tank at the back there. Right, the other thing I discovered is with a warp stone, if you just hold right click like a bow and arrow, eventually you get this. And now this Tinker's Island was there. No, yes, so spawn ender pearl tinkers, so it is working. I don't know why it is doing this sometimes, but it is. Okay, I wanted to come back here. Oh, so what I wanted to try is if I put the lava into this ender tank, you can see it's orange, orange, orange. It should hopefully drain out. There we go, it's gone. And if we go back to the Tinker Island. Oh, no, that's not the one I wanted to do. Tinker's Island. It did have 2.5 buckets in it, and it now has 3.5. So as you can see, it automatically puts it back into my smeltery, so it's a little bit easier. I can put one of these ender tanks in the nether next to a lava lake and just spam and fill it up. So easy. Right, next thing, I want to make my tool forge. So the difference between a tool forge and a tool station is that basically a tool forge can do a few extra items. Let's just randomly find one, like a scythe. I saw that a second ago. Yeah, I did see a scythe. Now there's a whole bunch of other things. So here we go, a scythe, for example. Now there's no recipes to show you how to do it, which is kind of disappointing. but you can see there's no illustration for a scythe up this side. Now there is there like the hammer, excavator, I think all the swords. You can't do a cleaver in here either. You can't do a lumber axe. There's a bunch. The crossbow is what I was actually thinking of afterwards. So what I'll do, if I grab this and I put you in the middle, and you need 3 seared bricks, the block version, and it's 4 metal blocks of whichever choice you have. I wanted the purple because we're on a purple island. Obviously, it sort of made sense. It kind of goes together, purple on purple. But if we open this up, you can see we still have all of the same things that were there before. We can still make a pickaxe. Oh, this is new. The katana. I've never made a katana yet, so I might have a look at that. Complements the shuriken. Interesting. Shuriken is a fantastic little thing that I like. It's like a little throwing weapon, but it has a very short range. But more importantly, you can make things like hammers, which will do a 3x3 when you're mining. Makes mining very nice and quick. And a cleaver. Anyone that has ever played vanilla Minecraft will understand how much a cleaver is a fantastic thing. It has a default, I think, 10% chance to behead any mob that you kill. Now that's obviously restricted to mobs that have heads, so zombies, creepers, skeletons, wither skeletons included. I don't know players, we'll probably find out. It does a huge amount of damage, but it is extremely slow to use. So it does use the Minecraft kind of vanilla swinging tool speed type thing. But we can also enhance it. Let me quickly go back to spawn. This is why I actually wanted to go to spawn, and you could see that that was all rearranged again. Now the end portal at the top, Tinker's at the bottom. No idea what's happening there. Really annoying actually. But I should have a Tinker's materials and you book lying around. There it is. And inside this, so you get all the information about your tools and repairing. Interesting. So you can take a sharpening kit with you to repair your tools on the go. So you don't need an anvil, and it doesn't use any experience like the vanilla mechanics. Another really good thing is your Tinker's tools never actually break per se. If you run out of durability, they will stop working, but you can just repair it and you never lose the item, which is quite handy. So if you're mining away, forget what you're doing. You're not going to break and lose your tool. You just have to go home and repair it or use a sharpening kit. Whole bunch of things here. So the Kama is, or Kama, another thing I've never used. So I need to go through this book and read what the new items are. A rapier is one of my favorite items because it goes straight through armor, which is quite handy. Well, partially, it used to do 100%. But you can also attack faster than Minecraft allows you to attack mobs. So there's a cooldown period after a mob is injured, including a player. This bypasses that, so you can just spam click. As long as you are clicking slower than the attack speed, you can hit away. Here is the cleaver. Does it say? Yeah. So each killing blow has a chance to behead the foe with their heads. I feel like there's a off somewhere here, and my terrible accent makes that. Yeah, there it is. Off. I can't say the word. The reason I actually wanted to come here is here's all your tool materials. So for example, if we go to Night Slime, you can see what the durability is. The base durability is 850. The mining level, the speed it works at, as well as what the sort of traits of that material are. Like pig iron is bakelicious, which means sometimes when you attack something or you break a block, you will get a piece of bacon that you can then eat later on. You can also eat your tool, which uses a whole bunch of durability, but at least you get food. Unnatural, I can't remember. Oh. Okay. Right, so that just means if your mining speed's higher than the block you're breaking, it gives you a faster mining. Quite handy. The final thing I wanted to look at, or just show you, because it's going to link into something we'll be doing very soon, is modifiers. So you don't get enchanting as you would in vanilla. You actually have to apply resources to your tool to be able to sort of enchant them. Like I'm doing air quotes that you can't see. But if you want fortune, for example, you put lapis onto your tool. I think it's 360 lapis ingots or lapis lazuli pieces. So what, 40 blocks to get fortune 3? And they do have modifiers on them. Let's go back to, let me just grab a little bit. I feel like 60 is the first level, so let's do that and go here in Tinker's Island. I really need to light this up. I've been really fortunate with no mobs anywhere yet. But if we put our pickaxe in there, you can see we have 3 modifiers remaining. And we can put 1 fortune or 1 luck onto our tool, and it uses a modifier. So you can see it went from 3 to 2. If we do that. Now you can go up to 60, which is actually the first moment you'll get fortune. You can see it on the tooltip underneath the attack damage. So the bottom of the second paragraph says fortune 1. This one does not yet because it doesn't actually have the 60 lapis it requires. So there we go, fortune 1. Now fortune 2 and fortune 3 do not use an additional modifier. It's one of the nice things with fortune. If you were to put haste on there with redstone, which makes your tool work a lot faster, then you will actually end up having to use multiple modifiers to do that. Right, other modifiers that we will be interested in very soon. So diamond's a nice one. It gives you extra durability and increases your mining level. Very nice. Sharpness for any sword, fantastic stuff. Where is the main one that I'm really thinking of is beheading. So again, for the cleaver, you can add beheading to it, and each time you add obsidian and a ender pearl gives you another 10% chance of dropping a head. Now you can do this 9 times on a cleaver, which will give you 100% drop rate. It just means you need 9 modifiers to do that, which is not always the easiest thing to do. You can use like paper. If we go to tools, paper, and you get writable, so you get, I think it's 1 or 2 extra modifiers, but you can see the durability is drastically reduced. So it's kind of it's a big balance system. I can't think of anything else that I'm definitely after. There is one more, which is reinforced. So these little reinforcement plates, I thought they were called something else, but I will go with that. Each one adds 20% chance of your tool not taking any damage during use, which means if you've got 3 of them on there, you've got a 60% chance of not taking any damage, which is around unbreaking 2 to 3, I believe. If you have 5 on there, your tool is completely unbreakable. You'll never, ever have to repair it again. It's a little bit overpowered, but it's so good because you never have to worry about tools again. Some people will hate it. Some people will love it. I'm all over it personally. So I'm going to make some tools, go through all my stats and everything, make sure I can see what I want. I definitely need a sword. I want to change all of the parts on this pickaxe so that, well, not all of the parts, I'll keep the head, but I want to change the handle and the binding and probably try and get towards unbreaking. So to make one of the reinforcement plates is actually just a blank cast. I think you can use any of them. Yeah. So I could use the pickaxe, the spare pickaxe one. Where is that? Let's do that now. Why not? I've got it in my inventory. So we just need to go back to spawn. Come down and get some obsidian. Go back up. Just a little random round trip. Now I had to come back up because I need to use the tool forge to actually apply it. But if we do this and we get a reinforcement and then we place it on here, you can see reinforced 20%. So while my durability on here is 385, the reality is I'll get about 64, no, not 64, 76 extra uses out of that. That's quite handy. Another thing to cover, you can see there is a, can I put this up here and I'll show you? No, I can't. So there are XP levels. You can see the level clumsy, XP 5 out of 250. Once you reach 250, and you get it for mining blocks or using the tool correctly. So I should now have 6, hopefully. No, so it only works with cobble, obviously. Let's do that. There we go. And we should have 6. Once you hit 250, it'll give you an additional modifier. But then I think you need 500 uses after that for the next modifier, 1000 for the next, and so on and so on. And I don't know if there's actually any limit to how far up you can go. So if you use your tool enough, you can get it completely unbreaking, completely lucky, completely, well, as fast as possible. You can use 5 levels. Really, really intriguing system. It takes a lot of time when you're playing on vanilla. ish. If you've got like all the resources in the world, it is quite overpowered because it's quite easy to just do anything you want with any tool. But I'm going to go collect some items, go through the book, see what I want, and I will catch you after that. Okay, so I've been looking through all the Tinker's items, materials, whatever, and I think I've figured out what I want to do for parts and my tools. I do need to get some endstone because apparently I didn't collect any when I was in the end, and I do also want a end rod for my arrows because I'm going to make a bow as well. Now, I did just record a little clip of this. I came through to get some endstone, and then I mined a whole bunch of obsidian after killing an enderman, which is where I got these ender pearls from. But it turns out my mic did not unmute itself. It has a habit of this. It's a Blue Yeti, and the mute button doesn't always work. So I thought I'd hit it to unmute myself. It disagreed with me. So while I was mining the obsidian, I did ore excavate it, which is why there's so much of it that's gone missing. If we have a look, that was 324 blocks I got, which is not bad, especially since my pickaxe only had 100 durability at the time. But you can now see there's that big red text that says broken. So this is what I was trying to explain in terms of a difference between vanilla. Like, the tool is broken. I can't really use it. You can see how it takes forever to mine anything now. I don't know if it'll drop the block or not. So let's find out. Come on. I did bring a sharpening kit because I thought I might lose my pickaxe. Oh, it did still drop the block. Excellent. But yeah, so it's a broken tool, but it stays in your inventory. So if we grab a sharpening kit, you can see the red sort of broken bit now disappears, which is perfect. And I want to just go through this little portal up here and see if we can find any end rods. I've not been through here yet. Zazra has. He built the staircase. He's been through. I know there is a end city somewhere. You can see this is my first time through. Oh, I didn't realize you could see it from there. But there is definitely an end city somewhere. I don't know where it'll be is the only problem, and what he's taken from there or not. I would like to build a little safe area because I'll probably need to kill another enderman in a couple of minutes. Before that though, I wonder if it's worth collecting some of this. Some chorus fruit. There we go. 2 will be enough just to get me started, and then that should give me some fruit. Thank you very, very much. Where is this end city? I'm just having a look on the map to see if there's anything obvious. What's the 9 and 10? Okay, so it's still better to use my sword. I was wondering what the attack damage was. I'm a little bit tempted to just be like, hey, drop me some ender pearls, please. Thank you. Now I can just ender pearl to another island if I need to. Yeah, so there's nothing on screen just yet. I don't know how far he went to actually find one when he came out. I know he was looking for a boat to try and get the Elytra, or Lytra, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if he got one or not. So what I might do is I'm just going to have another look. If there's nothing on the map, I'll be back once I find the end city. There's no point having you just watch me run around looking for something that we've all seen before, probably. So I'll be back in a couple of seconds. Right, I actually found one. I had just fallen to my, well, nearly fallen to my death. I managed to ender pearl from that island down to the bottom there, and then trying to get up here, hit the side wall. But luckily used my warp stone to get back to spawn, and I've just made my way back here again. I did kill some more endermen when I was back in the main sort of original island. I thought some ender pearls would be useful. So let's give this a go. I see a boat as well. Let's just hope this isn't one Zazra's been to. I'm kind of wondering if he would have collected, let's just have a look something. If he would have collected the dragon skull head thing, or if he would just leave it, because that could be a really good sign as to whether he was there or not. So just trying to save a bit of time by ender pearling. Right, shulkers. This is going to be an interesting challenge. I don't typically take on shulkers. I wonder. Let me try something first. Shulker shell. Okay. Yep. So I think it's Quark adds that shulkers drop pearls. You can see a shulker pearl there. There is another one here. I just can't get to it at the moment because of these lovely little projectiles that I hate. I hate. I just want to go and get that. They're like so difficult to hit. Like you aim almost right at them and nothing happens. Biggest complaint about them is, well, like the end cities is definitely the shulker pearls. Not shulker pearls, the projectiles they have. Now this does make a shulker. Excellent. I don't know if that's a recipe I added or was in the game. Or no, that's already in the game. I can't remember. But you can make iron ones, which is actually really interesting sounding to me. They massively increase the amount of storage they can hold, which for something that is somewhat portable is really sort of useful, really. So, time to adventure. I wanted the end rod, which I didn't end up getting, so that wasn't the best of ideas. Now, I feel like the boat was this way, so let's go. Yeah, there it is. Here we go. Okay, got a end rod. So that's everything I actually wanted to come in for. I'll get a couple of spare ones. The shulker. Oh, there's the. Oh, got that. Good. And I may as well see if I can get all the way to. Okay, I got your pearl. I can't remember what the pearls do. Ooh, everything's on the floor. Which means I want to be on the ground as well. Let's see who else is shooting at me. You are. So to get the pearl, you just right click on the shulker. I just realized I didn't actually explain that. And it could be useful to know. So I would suggest Zazra's probably not being here if that's sitting on the floor. Let's see what I can pick up. Mending. Oh, okay. Why is the obsidian not in there? You can go in there as well. And what are these? Now, what were the shulker pearls for? Okay, pearl blocks. That's quite handy. Oh, so it must be, it's dark utilities, not Quark. Okay. The experience monolith is something I sort of want one day. And yeah, I obviously added a recipe to make a shulker. Which means we could make a shulker spawner at some point. Now, I don't know if I can make that jump, so I am going to put a completely unnatural stone or block down there. And do some really bad PvP, not PvP. What's that thing called? Oh my gosh, the strains of trying to record while doing something. Yeah, parkour, that's the word I'm looking for. Wow, that should not have been that difficult. Okay, there's more shulkers. I don't know if there's any more crates are the problem. Not crates, chests. Coming out with fancy words for things. How dare I? I'm just going to have a quick look. I don't see anything, so if I can dodge these long enough. Oh, they're just going to shoot each other. That's fine. I will grab your pearl in a minute. You. There we go. Got that one. So I'm not too bothered about going up at the moment. They just, like, don't shoot me and I might leave you alone. I lied. I'm going to come kill you. Which means I deserve that. Oh, no. Oh, I thought I had that one. Oh, here we go again. Oh, this has been a bit more time exhausted than I expected it to be, but that is my own fault. Right, let's go to the boat, which is that way. I'm not too bothered about everything else that's there. Boat. I don't think I've ever ender pearled to a boat. I'll take it. And I will take that because it should put me on top, which is useful. Okay, if I head over to the ladder, hopefully this will save me a little bit. How are we doing? We're about to drop. There we go. Okay. There's a dragon there. I thought I saw something I did not see. Now there's normally a shulker right here. Boom! Elytra! Elytra! Elytra, elytra, elytra. I want to take a bunch of other things, but I don't really have the space. So let's do that and that and that. Because there's normally some good loot in here. I think I'm okay. I'll take the gold. And I'm not really going to use that shovel, am I? Although it does have mending. It's the curse of vanishing I don't like. Oh well, I'm nearly at Tinker's, which means I will be getting better stuff very soon. Let's grab this. I'm just going to throw some stuff in here just to get it out my inventory for now. And obviously go and get myself a dragon skull head thing. Oof, that's going to fall down, isn't it? I do have 9, so I'm just going to get a 10th and an 11th, which will leave me with 10 once I'm finished my crafting. I saw the shulker shell up here. 15, that's not bad. Is that what they're actually used for? I can't remember. Oh, the upgrade. I need one for an upgrade. Oh, and the flying rings as well. Yeah, we'll get into those one day. We need to kill a whole bunch of ender dragons before that's going to happen. I was going to say ender dragons doesn't sound like the right thing, but it is. Okay, I've never collected a dragon skull without flight. So even on the vanilla server I used to play on, we actually had a flight mechanic that we made. If you had a... So we had the kind of elite dragon, that's where this came from. It was a hardcore or hard dragon. And if you killed it, you got a special set of elytra that gave you flight on a sort of vanilla bucket server. It was quite fun, very unique. I don't know anyone else that had it that way. And it was proper creative flight. It wasn't like you can just float on a block type thing. But it won't work on a vanilla server because it needed the bucket plugins. Anyway, I think this is now everything I needed. So really, I want to go to the Tinker's Island and just move something off screen. There we go. So I need to make a few molds, which is why I have that with me. And the ones that I want are going to be definitely a sword blade. So let's just put you in there. What else am I casting? I need to do lava wood. So if we put lava in there, that should be in here instead. There we go. And then I need wood. I can't remember if it's planks or... No, where was it? It was here. It is planks. Okay. So take one of these and make some planks out of it. And you pour the lava onto it. And pretty quickly it becomes firewood or lava wood? Lava wood. Okay, and I only need one of those, which if you craft with 2 blaze powder gives you the firewood instead. I'm just doing this to use up the lava. I don't think I'll ever use it, but hey, it's good to have. There we go. Now, that I want to turn into a binding, I think. No, it's not you, it's you. Was it the binding? It was the binding I'm doing that way. And that gives you auto smelt. So if we put this onto our pickaxe, how's that durability? It goes up. Yay, I can live with that. It doesn't affect anything else. Okay. Now I do want to make a iron handle. I've made that handle, didn't I? I did. The tool rod, which means I need to put iron in there. Right, let's do that. What other molds did I need? That means I've actually made an extra mold that I don't need. I want a guard, which is this one for a rapier. So each sword has a different type of guard. You can see it's got a wide guard, I can't remember, a sword guard, and a cross guard, depending on which blade or type you want. So we put you in there, we should be able to just switch you, get a temporary one that can be destroyed. The other one I want is a handle. So, which is the tool. I've got that already. What else? Another handle, but I need a tough handle as well, which is this one. Put you in there. Oh, I can just do it from here, can't I? It's not the same. Let's do this one. Grab you. Now this actually takes, I think it's 3 material cost to make it. I'm just putting this away so it's like out of my inventory for now. The other one I want, where did we get to? I need a plate as well. So that's this here. And I should be able to just get it from there. That's definitely 8 items worth of material. And I think that is it. That is the last one I needed. And I probably still have 2 in there. Yep. So we'll just make a plate that I can use some other time. And iron handle or tool rod. There we go. That I will use to make a reinforcement thing, as I showed in the earlier clip. Let's do this. And that should massively increase our durability, and we'll get a magnetic trait out of this as well, which is really nice. The auto smelt that I got on the pickaxe with the firewood, that actually basically, if you mine a block, so if we put this down, for example, and you mine it, you'll get ingots. Now, typically you only get 1, but because I have the fortune on there, I managed to get 2, which is very nice. And as you get up to higher levels of fortune, you can actually get more and more of them. And there's a chance these emerald boots are actually helping. I'm not entirely sure, but I'll take it. I have 1 iron, so if I put my iron, the ingot cost in here. Now, I want to make a manilian plate as well as a manilian guard. Now, I can't remember if you get, I think you get 2. 2 and 2 makes 2. So if I put 2 ingots worth, I get 2 ingots back. So 4, I need 5 basically of each of those to get the manilian. Those smelt down and then alloy together. What else can we do in the meantime? I want to start making a rapier. Okay, I got my ingot back. So for the rapier, I'm doing a, yeah, this is the part builder. This is the right one, a emerald. So if we get the sword blade. Oh. Oh no. Okay, here it is. I didn't think you had to actually smelt this down. Let's find out. It should tell us here. It is. It has to be cast. Okay, so that will mean I need to make another. I need more gold in here again. So let's put 2 in there, and then we'll put these 2 in there as well, because none of this should sort of merge together or alloy together. Let's do this, and we'll make ourselves a blade cast. There we go. Okay, so need to make sure the gold is at the bottom and we can cast. And there is our manilian coming through. Come on, finish. So manilian plate, and what was the other manilian thing I wanted? A guard. Guard for the rapier. Cross guard. So that's, oh, really? That's not annoying at all. So I should hopefully be able to, yeah, I can melt that back down. So that's not the end of the world. Let's cast you. And we'll get the plate as well. No, I put the plate down. Thank you. Okay, I don't need you in my inventory, so I can just put you up there for now. I didn't realize I was standing on the elevator. That really confused me for a second. So the emerald is still melting down. It does take a rather long time. That manilian is finished, which means we're going to have one extra ingot. Don't really have any plans for it, but maybe a knife. Let's make a knife blade. If we come here, it should be the small one at the bottom. And put you in there, and I can make a knife. There we go. Although I will need 2 more gold again to do that, but that's really not a problem. Okay, so the emerald is there. Sword cast, I can put you back up. No. You. Thank you. I just want to double check because I've got it wrong already, and I nearly got that wrong. Emerald, and then what was I doing with it? A bone handle. That is easy enough. Come on, when you're ready, bingo. Just going to shift that in there for now, and we do a tool rod with bone and rapier. If we just rearrange this a little bit, there we go. That is loads of durability. The reason I'm going with emerald is this elemental. It means whenever you attack something, you have a chance of getting a whole bunch of buffs. So you can get like water breathing, regeneration, your hunger fully restored. Awesome little tool to have. I didn't see what the damage was on this actually. So let's go back to repair. Oh, attack is actually really low, 5.6. So we can improve that later on with some modifiers. Now, oh, I have a lot more left over than I thought I would. I do need to do something else over there anyway. Ah, my inventory is really bad. Do I have a chest? I don't have a chest nearby. Okay. So that's the rapier. Pickaxe is done. Cleaver blade. I don't have any of that ready, do I? Does that have its own sword? It does. There. If I pick that up, I can put it in there. Ooh, far too much inventory stuff. Welcome to modded Minecraft. Let me very quickly go and get a chest just so I can sort out my inventory. Am I using iron for anything else? I am not. So we can put iron away at least. We're done with manilian, so we can get rid of these. Let's see if we can drown a chicken. Gold, I feel like I'm done, but I'm going to keep it. Fuse wood I still need. Iron, I'm pretty certain I'm done with. I did say that, didn't I? Right, prismarine is a mob drop, so I don't need you. Knife. Lava wood I'm finished with. Mob drop again. Some sort of food related item can go up there. There we go. I think we're making some progress. As far as I know, I only need the 1 end rod, but I will keep them on me just in case, and then probably moan about my inventory later on. And we're close to wrapping up point already. This has gone very quickly. So stone knife can go in there. I would like to finish this off today. Do I have emerald? I don't know if I have enough emerald is the only problem. I do. Perfect. And I still have a whole lot left. That's a lot more than I ever expected. I can grab you. Did I put it in here? I did put my end stone in there. So over here, I want to switch back to knife. And I want to make an end stone knife, a prismarine knife, and a flint knife, I think. There we go. So all of those combined can make a shuriken. There we go. And this has a whole bunch of things. So extra damage, alien kind of just adds random stats to it. So it might add sharpness whenever it does some damage, anything like that. Obviously Enderman can't teleport is great. That's not really going to come in useful because I'll probably make it unbreaking. This will allow me to use it underwater. Awesome thing. Elemental again is the same idea as before, where you get random buffs and potion effects, and you can heal just by holding it in your hand. So how these work, you just throw them and they're like instant throw, and then you can go and pick them up again. And your durability here, you can see I have somewhere 609 remaining. Wow, that was quite high. Takes 10 each throw. but you can pick them up again and that restores your durability. So nice and easy. That will need a whole bunch of work done to it anyway. So arrows next. I want an arrowhead. I haven't done that. So let's put 2 more of you in there. And come here and make a arrowhead. Where is an arrowhead? There it is. Let's just place you in there to make life a little bit easier on myself. I'm making the arrowhead out of emerald for the same reason again. That should be there. Boom. And then I will make the extra bits around that. So again, I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough. I seem to just like constantly have loads. There is so much emerald in there. Okay, to go with it is a end rod shaft. So that's this one. I'm using a lot more patterns than I thought I would. We do this, take you out, and one of you, 2. Okay, 2 makes the shaft, and a drawstring. So I'm going to need even more bits. I think I'm actually going to run out of patterns. Drawstring I'm making out of fire or flame string. I don't know how many I need. It is only 1. But this will give us our arrow. So let's grab you, and we want to make an arrow, not a bolt. A bolt is a very different thing. It's only used for crossbows, and they used to be fantastic things. Oh, I didn't need to make that. I wanted a slimy leaf. Okay, I don't know how many I need, so I'll just grab some extras. Do I have any wood on me? I do. So let's do that. Just to make a few extra patterns, because I'm going to need some more. I need a fletching. I'll put you in there, and fletching with some slimy leaf. There we go. Wow, it took 4. Not a bad guess. So arrows, we now have a arrowhead, a shaft, and a fletching. But what we don't have is a bow. So we get a bow limb, is this one. I'll just put it in there so I don't have to swap it around. In you go. I don't know if I can. Yes, I can. Good. Okay. I think I said, yeah, I was going for a double. I'm just going to throw that away, and there's probably another one there. Yes, there is. I don't really have much use for those. You can reuse those for making parts. You just have to have enough of them. But here we go. I'm doing a short bow. Boom. And we now have a bow that we can shoot, and it uses the durability from the arrow as well as itself. And you can see the arrow is back to normal. Shuriken. So the only thing left for me to make is the cleaver. Now I think the cleaver is still going to take a bit of time. I did not make that yet, so we'll need to make another one of these. And the cleaver, which will need to go in here. Cleaver, cobble. I need more cobble because it needs 8 and I only have 7. That should be perfect. We can place that down in there. Gold is still smelting, but it's nearly done. Pour you out. Now I did want. That's where the plate was for. Okay, good stuff. Emerald blade. Ooh, I don't know how much emerald. Does it say? It won't say that, will it? So this comes out to 666, whatever that is. I feel like I'm going to need to smelt another one down. As long as this hits like 500 and something. Yeah. So that emerald will be enough to get the cleaver complete. And then I want a cobalt handle, and that's the tough one, so it takes 3. And I put the cobalt away, didn't I? So while the emerald is smelting down, let's go and get ourselves the cobalt again. That will be enough because I only need 3, and that will give 4. And we'll put you in here. Now I can't pour that out until the emerald is finished, because obviously that's half of an emerald in there. But the other one I want is a bone handle again, but a tough bone handle this time around. Oh, I was going to say 62, that's quite a lot, but it took 3. And manilian and emerald. yeah. Okay, so cleaver is here, and you will be a tool rod, a plate, and we'll get an emerald and a tough tool rod for the cobalt, and we're nearly done. Won't be long now, folks. Sorry about the exceptionally long video, and I will get back to enchanting at the end of a video for next episode. It's just been a little bit long last week and this week, so I don't want to overdo it too much. Right, there is our emerald. And how much do we have left? Still quite a bit, nearly a ingot's worth. There's 1 manillion, which we can always just grab with this. Come on. So the bigger the part, the longer it takes to actually like form or solidify or cool down, whatever you want to call it. It also depends on the type of material. I think like copper was pretty quick, but we don't have copper in this pack, so I can't really test that. So that is, yes, sure. I want you and you. I can do that. Now, if we come back here and make a cleaver, we have a tool rod and we have a blade, and there is our cleaver. Look at that durability, 3000. And that's without any sort of modifiers yet. You can see we have beheading 2, so it actually gives us a 20% chance of beheading things, which is excellent. But we need to make some modifiers to this. That will be the next episode, I guess, and that will be the end of Tinker's construct crafting and everything else. We'll take a break from that and probably start exploring the Twilight Forest. I do have plans to change this island, make it a little bit more pretty. I think the plan is to actually maybe build a tree around the smeltery, just to keep in like, not really tradition, but keep in form with this being an island that had trees and a big lake on it. But we'll see if I can get that to work or not. Until then, again, I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Apologies for it being exceptionally long. We'll hopefully get back to our normal recording lengths in the next episode. Take care. Bye-bye.